always a great place to go. Rainfall is going to keep a lot of people from traveling likely on Wednesday because we're expecting a lot of rainfall. Those torrential downpours will limit visibility as well. And so here's the breakdown of what you can expect. We've got a tropical storm warning in place for our coastal counties. That's from Claiborne County, Nueces County, San Patricio County, Aransas, and Refugio County. Rainfall is going to be 3 to 10 inches. The lowest end will be 3 inches. The highest will be 10 inches, but some areas could even see higher amounts. Up to 15 inches is not out of the question. That's going to depend on where those tropical feeder bands set up. Storm surge 1 to 3 feet. Yeah, we are talking some coastal flooding. Inland locations seeing gusts around 35 miles per hour. Coastal locations 45 miles per hour. And yes, we are tracking that tornado threat very closely for Wednesday. So here's where potential tropical cyclone 1 is right now. It is very disorganized. That's why it's still potential tropical cyclone 1 and not the name Alberto. So what we have, gusts 50 miles per hour, wind sustained 40 miles per hour, which is tropical storm force winds. But again, it's not organized. It is going to take a turn to the west, and that's going to take it toward Mexico for that official landfall. But something I want to point out is look at where all the tropical storm warnings are. Nowhere near where the landfall of this system is. That's because it's not essentially the center of the low that's creating the strongest wind. It's going to be the pressure gradient between this tropical low system creating the windy conditions north of the system, because high pressure is going to be so strong over the northeastern United States, or really the eastern United States. That high pressure dome and then the low developing here, what sets up is a pressure gradient that changes really fast, and the wind is related to the pressure gradient force, and so that's going to kick up the wind right into the coastal bend, particularly Wednesday, but even into Thursday morning. And so we could see some tropical storm force winds here. You already see right now across the Gulf of Mexico, that's where we're seeing some of the strongest winds. The buoys right now registering sustained wind around 29 miles per hour, 31 miles per hour, but look around that low. Only 2 miles per hour being recorded right there on the buoy. So that's also where wave heights are picking up. That's because wind is blowing all the way across the Gulf of Mexico, setting up for some swells to develop and then move into the Texas Gulf Coast region. We're kind of in the target for some of those best waves. However, our wind is going to be so strong also. So it's better if you get the strongest wind over here, it kicks up the swell, and then the swell moves without the wind moving in. But what this is also doing is intensifying that tropical moisture stream into South Texas. So our rainfall is going to go up thanks to this system. Again, it still looks pretty messy as it makes landfall, still expecting that low to be well south of Texas, but we still have that deep tropical moisture that is really high numbers of precipitable water in our atmosphere, which will translate to really high levels of rainfall. A few spotty showers today, but most of the rain is going to come Wednesday. You see those rainfall totals going up where we see the system making landfall, but overall 5 to 10 inches of rain possible along the coast. Then inland, even into the watershed, we're talking 3 to 6 inches, 2 to 4 inches across the northern end of the watershed. The most rain does look to come Wednesday morning, 6 a.m. to noon. That will be widespread rainfall, but still heavy intensity possible into early Thursday morning. Coming up in your 7-day forecast, here's a look at those temperatures. Warming again into the 90s after the system passes, but we'll keep some highs in the 80s for a few days.